What an exciting time to be an Indian motorcyclist. The BharatGP is almost here, and this year was particularly riddled with many big launches like the Time Speed 400, the KTM 390 Duke, the Harley Davidson X440, and now Aprilia India has brought along the RS 457 to our shores. The RS 457, as you can very well see, is based heavily inspired by RS 660 and the RS V4. I'm talking about the design philosophy. So as you can very well see, up front we get to see a twin LED setup flanked by these DRLs, which is very reminiscent of the RS 660 and the updated RS V4 as well. As you move towards the back, this is one gorgeous looking motorcycle in person, and in a true Aprilia fashion, the fit and finish seems exemplary to say the least. Now talking about the cycle parts, in a true Aprilia fashion again, we get to see a lot of premium cycle parts here. So up front we get to see UHD fork with 120mm of travel, and at the back we get a monoshock with 130mm of travel. Both the suspension units at the front and at the back, they both get preload adjustability. And talking about the braking equipment on offer, up front we get to see a 320mm disc with 4-piston caliper, and at the back there's a 220mm disc brake. And the RS 457, it gets dual channel ABS, and the rear ABS can be turned off as well if you wish to have some fun around the racetrack or out on the streets as well. Now talking about the heart of the matter, now Aprilia hasn't been that forthcoming with all the information, so all we know is that it might displace around 457cc, and that information we are taking from the nomenclature. So this is a liquid-cooled twin-cylinder DOHC engine which puts down around 47 PS. Now torque figures, they still stand unknown to us, but we'll get back to you with those figures as and when we know it. Now this particular engine, it is again derived by the RS 660, so we expect similar levels of performance but slightly in a toned down manner, because it just puts down 47 PS as opposed to 100 PS on the RS 660. Now talking about the gearbox on offer, it is a 6-speed unit, and bi-directional quick shifter is also available as an optional extra. Now if you talk about the instrument cluster, it gets a 5-inch TFT instrument cluster which can be used to toggle the electronics. And talking about the electronics, again in a true Aprilia fashion, it is particularly riddled with it. So all you get is 3 ride modes to choose from: Eco, Rain and Sport, and 3 levels of traction control as well. All of these can be toggled through this 5-inch TFT screen. So you get all the basic information of the motorcycle right there on your TFT instrument cluster screen. So what we have here is your main screen, which shows your speedometer, the tachometer, or the lap timer as well, your best lap and top speed. There's 3 levels of traction control which can also be switched from this particular TFT instrument cluster. The seat height of the RS 457, although we don't know the figures yet, it seems very accessible in front of the naked eyes. Also, what I really like about this particular design, what adds to its sexiness and sleekness, is that underbelly exhaust. What hints at major localization of the Aprilia RS 457 is that it is being manufactured right here in India at Aprilia India's Baramati plant. And it gets TVS Pro Torque Extreme tires at both the ends. So up front we get to see a 110 section unit, and at the back there's a 150 section unit. And when you pan your eyes towards the rear as well, it is one gorgeous looking motorcycle. So again, in a true Aprilia fashion, they have delivered the RS 457. Now regarding the other details, pre-bookings are about to commence on Aprilia India's official website. The pricing is yet to be revealed soon, but we are assuming that it will be more expensive than the RC390, but it might undercut the Kawasaki Ninja 400. But we'll come on that when the official prices are out. So this is all, folks. This is the RS 457 in all its glory. This is Anand Pandey from BBC Top Gear Mag India, signing off.